Hey everybody, welcome to the video. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike, and today we are on the abandoned property. We're gonna work on some trails. We're gonna head across the timber bridge, try to clear out an area that we can kind of hang out in, maybe camp in this fall. Look at this old feller hanging out down here. See him? Munching on some blackberries probably. Delicious. I have a lot of videos when we first bought this. In fact, I think there's a playlist. I'll leave a link in the description. It kind of explains everything and what we plan on doing with this piece of property. But today we're coming out. We just plan on bush hogging it a couple times a year just to kind of keep her beat down and manageable in case we ever do decide to do something with it. So today we're going to start bush hogging this down, getting it cleaned up. Then we're going to work on both woods trails that go that way. Just kind of try to get everything widened out. After all, how are we going to get the Subaru across the timber bridge if the trail's not wide enough for the Subaru to fit down it? We may even break out some feathers and wedges and try to split a little sandstone today too. We'll start getting this knocked out first. That's the tripod today. So this is a king cutter 4-foot bush hog that we renamed the Wappa Choppa because we cut the back out of it. So the blades stick out just a little bit on the back side, and we welded this little push bar on so we can take out little saplings like that. Buddy, you gotta get out of here though. That's not gonna end well for you. I know. We're not happy. There you go. Looks a lot better to me. There's a pile of debris there from when we burnt everything first time. But that'll be good enough to keep this all beat down and manageable. Let's go ahead and head down the trail. I'll come back later and kind of spray all this, let it die off, and then we'll just weed whack all that. Oh, you're putting in the work today, aren't you, bud? Huh? So if at any point during this video you see one of these laying on the ground, could you let me know? Cause got this little cluster of trees right here we're gonna go ahead and take out to widen this out for us. This dead fella here, little hackberry there, and it looks like a little cherry tree. Can't tell if it's raining or if it's just stuff falling out of the trees. Yeah, those little dead branches are all caught up in that maple there. Some of those might fall down on us. Well, I wish you'd just go one way or the other. So just standing up straight. 2, 3. There's a hole right there. In case you're wondering. Cool trick, man. That one is not loose enough. I could probably get it with a stump puller, but I just don't. I don't have that much invested in me today to go out and mess with a stump puller right now. So we'll just cut her low and run over it for the time being. That's a big old honking rock. Let's not hit the rock. There's a big old honking rock all the way along this side of it, so I don't really want to come out the back side and rock my chain. Not yet. It'll happen at some point today, but it's too early. Well, wasn't that just a fun little section? Let's keep on going though. We got some more rocks. That's coming out next. That little guy. I was hoping to pop these rocks out, but after that first episode of rock popping, my confidence is a little less. But maybe we can get these out. Around this curve, this trail kind of drops off on that side, so I'm dumping all the rocks over there. Long term, next time Dirt Perfect hauls that chert base rock material we use, I'll see if I can't get him to drop a couple loads off up here in that little parking area, and then I can kind of bucket down and smooth all this out with some good chert rock. But before we do that, we've got to get all this done first. See if we can get this little cluster right here. Hopefully they come out not too terrible. Oh yeah, easy bud. Too far. Oh yeah. Oh dear. Let me get spun around. Let's put a little effort, see what that one does. If it comes fairly easy, we'll take it out, because it'd be nice to smooth out that transition into the hill. Give up on that. You fella can't. You can't give up on it when it does that. It just, it wants to get out of there. There we go. Pretty good sized rock for the 755. Yeah, I know. I need a mini excavator. I know. Run what you brung, oh boys. Run what you brung. And girls. There's one more rock. Well, there's a lot of rocks, but there's one more rock. There's one right there. I want to get that out of the way. We'll go get the bucket here when we're done and kind of try to shove some dirt through all this. But I gotta get that rock in the middle out of the way so I can accomplish that. I can't get this one to move, but I've got a trick for it later. We'll come back to it. Go ahead and put this little crooked persimmon on the ground. No reason to keep that there. We'll cut this stump. Now we should be good all the way across to the bridge. I think that's all I can do with the forks and the Wampa Choppa. We'll give you a grand tour with the side-by-side when we're done. Let's go switch to the bucket and the road drag. And then we're going to take the little homemade road drag that I've got rigged up here. So you take that, the bucket, and I got a little surprise for you that an awesome subscriber sent in a while back that we're going to try out on some of the rock. All right, so we're back out here on the trail. That's that big rock I wasn't able to move with 755. I mean, we could probably pick it with something else, but this is what we've got today, so it's what we're going to use. Check this out. So an awesome subscriber, he sent these in. These are feathers and wedges. He sent a full set of them. And he sent the drill bit to use for them as well. The way this works, you're supposed to be able to drill a hole in the stone, put these in there in a line of these, and then you tap these down, working your way down the line, and as you do, that wedge pushes down on there, drives those out, and in theory, we'll split the stone. Let me drill some holes and see what happens here. can hear the rock making noises. I think this is going to be the problem, that this rock's kind of layered, so I think the layers are going to chip off instead of the whole thing. That one's already sinking and broken off, but I guess that's all right. Can you hear it? It's just going to break off in layers, but that's... kind of wild though. Look at that. How cool is that? There's something satisfying about making a big rock small. I think it would help a lot, obviously, splitting it if it was cleaned out all the way around. I think it's more designed for stones above ground, drilling holes and breaking it off that way. Let's see if we can get this cleaned up, this section, with the road drag. Then we'll head up to that other spot on the other side of the bridge. So I'm using little homemade flip down scarifiers here to try to rake up some of the leaves and roots on top. A landscape rake would be perfect for this. I don't have one. I'd love to try to make one in the future. Just curious if any of you guys have ever built your own landscape rake and how you did it. I'd love to get one. I think it'd be perfect for this step in the trail building process. Now I'm just kind of taking this and putting it in the rock holes and the stump holes that are left behind. This stuff will settle out at some point and we'll have to come back and fill it in. Like I mentioned, hopefully I can get a load of chert rock and I can kind of dump in these holes as well to level them out a little bit better, but this will smooth it out enough that we're not breaking an axle or breaking our neck as we work our way down the trail today. And if you're curious what the whole point of this trail is, stick around to the end of the video. Chelsea and I are pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be a fun little project. I'm not gonna have the time today, but we'll definitely do it in a future video. This is the rock face I want to try to work back with those feathers and wedges. Now I know those are smaller feathers and wedges, but you can see this kind of has some layers to it and it's exposed. So I'm not so sure I couldn't, I mean, it might take me a day, but if I do it smart, this is a sandstone. It's different than the rock that was over there. If I lay it out right, I might be able to kind of keep splitting off the layers and end up with some nice stone that we can do some landscaping with or something like that. Or maybe I'm just crazy optimistic. You know, maybe I don't have a grip on reality. I don't know. Okay. Timber bridge is that direction. It just comes in, goes around, loops right on around right there, and back out this way. That way we can build us a nice campsite out here for ourselves to enjoy. I know I'm a little shy on the camera angles today, but I'm kind of in a hurry. We've got another camp out coming up tomorrow. We go camping crazy in the summertime. My wife's a teacher, so whenever she's off school, we're always out trying to do something outdoors. I am surprised nothing broke. Look at that. Oh, jumped a little bit. Oh no. Oh dear. I got you. All the teeth are still there. Pin's still there. Those are still on. I didn't take it easy. I just dropped it and drove. You know, we just right on down the trail we went, bud. Let's go get the family in the side-by-side. I think in the wintertime you'll be able to see Mogan Ridge through there. So the overall goal with this trail and what we're going to do back here in this loop, last year Chelsea and I made maple syrup off the maple trees in our property for the first time, and we absolutely loved it. But this property is separate from where our actual house is. So we had to haul all the sap back to the house. So we're going to take the logs that you saw at the beginning of the video, some of the sandstone that we chip out off the trail here, and we're going to make a little sugar shack out there. This is going to be one of those in-between projects, just like the timber bridge was that we just crossed last year for us, a project between revenue streams on some of the bigger stuff we're working on. That's what we're going to do. So in the next video, you'll get some more details on it. You'll see how everything's going to work out. And I guess just stay subscribed and stay tuned if you want to follow along in the project. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.